All right, good deal. We were just walking and we were joking with the newspaper guy that we just interviewed. He said he was going to go down the road and get video of us walking. And I was like, you better not let us out of your sight because we'll probably run into somebody along the way. So we got a whole 20 feet, I think, from the curb.
Right
and yeah, the curb right there. And this lady pulled up right here and was starting to talk to us about of God and asking questions and everything. So if you could do me a favor, will you say your full name for the camera, please?
My name is Julianne Short.
All right, and could you tell us, do we have, oh, I'm all right. Do we have permission to use this video for Rise Up Christian Coalition?
Yes.
All right, now, you were saying you were just doing something the other week in church, and what is it that you do in church?
Bible drill. I'm a Bible drill teacher.
You're a Bible drill teacher, and what ages do you do Bible drills with?
4th, 5th, and 6th grade, but I think the teachers probably learned more than the students.
Right? And now, how well were you able to do Bible verses before you started doing this?
Not very well.
Not very well.
Not
So
very
teaching, like you said,
Yes.
you've been learning a lot from it, which is really cool. And we're going to wait for the truck to go by. So how long ago was it that you gave your life to Christ?
I'd say probably about 5 years ago is when I did my baptism, but I don't believe that I was quite ready when I did it, so I believe it was probably more of a personal thing close to 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. And what was that defining moment the first time? What was the defining moment that made you decide, you know what, I need to give my life to Christ?
Well, I have always been a Christian. I've just kind of been a drifting Christian. I always seem to kind of pull out and always come back in times of need. And then when I found my new church is when I realized that I needed to do it more than just in times of need and all the time.
Right. Was there a time in your life, or were there times in your life where you really felt farthest from God and things were just falling apart and you didn't know where to turn?
I think I've had many times in my life. I'd say probably right after high school was the worst. I think that's when most people my age probably drift, is right after high school.
Was there a time in your life that you'd like to share, that was really rough in your life?
I had a boyfriend that was not a very nice person and was an aggressive person, and I'd say that was probably the worst time in my life, the most loneliest, when I should have been turning to God, but I didn't. I wish I would have now.
If you had a person in front of you right now that was going through that in their life, where they're in a relationship right now with an overly aggressive person and things seem hopeless in their life and they just don't know where to turn, what would you say to that person right now?
Come to church with me. Because I found it harder sometimes. I know when I was in my lowest part of life, people would come to me and tell me about Jesus and God, and I didn't want to listen. It's when I finally went to church around the people that were there that I think I finally listened. So my biggest way is to get them to come to church and see how loving it can be, and then we'll try to get it. Because when I was in the low periods of my life, it almost didn't matter what people said to me. I was in my own little world.
The window's up. I gotta go roll the window up for the dog.
Oh, okay. All right. We have a Houdini dog that will jump out the window if you leave it cracked almost
Okay.
a smidgen. So he's going to run and do that. And so, well, thank you very much for the time to interview. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you would like to say to anybody out there?
I just hope that what you guys are doing to get through to people, if Jesus had to carry this cross on his back, what you guys are doing is nothing. So I hope people respect you and what you're doing and give you guys a chance to listen. At least listen. Take the time to listen. I wish I would have listened. I hope other people will listen.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.